Are you tired of boring and inefficient setups in Schedule 1? Let me show you how it's really done. Yo, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Nubioo here, and today I am giving you the updated barn flower setup guide. Yeah, and you already know how many lamps we gonna have. More than the last time, to say the least. But first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you guys so much for all the support recently. We are almost at 10K. I think this subathon is going to be insane. I hope to see you guys there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. Join the Discord. Everything will be notified in there. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. All those links will be in the description. Go ahead and go down there and check it out. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this. This flower barn setup guide is going to be something that you can consume to not only jump higher, but run faster and kind of go around the map and make sales by yourself quicker. Also going to be able to give a lot of this to your dealers, which will be making you a lot of money. Precisely 123 is the recommended sell price, but we're going to sell it for 155. First of all, we got 3 chemists for this. We got 4 handlers, 2 botanists, and a cleaner. So the first thing you're going to need is 13 large shelves totaling $780, 10 mixing station Mark IIs totaling $20,000, 16 suspension racks totaling $640, 16 moisture preserving pots totaling $800, 16 full spectrum grow lights totaling $3,200, 10 beds totaling $1,500, and a brick press totaling $800. But there's also another part of this build. These aren't necessary, but these are up to you. I think it looks amazing with them. So 52 modern wall lamps. It's a lot, but you already know, baby. Hashtag lamp gang. We love lamps around here. So 52 wall lamps totaling 5,200. That's a hefty chunk of change, but it looks beautiful. Just bear with me. We're going to need 2 safes because they look better in the spots that we have them, but you could go with 2 more large shelves if you want to, but 2 safes totaling $1,000. And the total of the whole build with everything that I have included is $33,920. Not too bad. Go ahead and grab your beds and run up top. We're going to go ahead and place a bed here, here, and here. And then we're going to turn them this way. Place 3 right here. And then we're going to place a bed here and here. That fits 9 beds, which is exactly what we want. You can go ahead and place a bed down here for your last bed. It doesn't really matter where it's at. I'll probably end up moving that, but yeah. So we're going to go ahead and next place our suspension racks, our moisture preserving pots, and our full spectrum grow lights. So to do this, we are going to start in the corner by the door, and we're going to place them as such so that they're not overlapping in this back corner, and place them along this side, and then 1 right here along this side, and then 1 right here, and then repeat this on the other side. So there will be 1 here, here, and here, and here. And then go ahead and place your lights in these. And then go ahead and place your moisture preserving pots on all of these. Sweet. All right. Next, we are going to place these safes. These are going to be our botanist supply racks. So they're going to fit here. You're still going to be able to see your save button and everything. It looks pretty good rather than a large shelf coming out to here. But if you don't want to spend the money on the safe, go ahead and get 2 more large shelves and place them along the side here. But with that done, we're going to go ahead and pull out these mixing stations and these large storage racks. And we are going to place them as such. So we're going to place a shelf here, a shelf here, shelf here, and here, and a shelf here and here. Then we're going to take our mixing stations. We're going to place them like such. 4 here, and then 1 in the middle. 1 in the middle. Doesn't really matter how you place these, what order, but go ahead and place them down as I am. And then we have 7 shelves left. We're going to come across the way, right across from the mixing stations, not in front of the stairs. We want the room over there. Place them like this. in a sort of circular pattern. And then we have one large storage rack left. This large storage rack is going to be for the brick press. So we're going to go ahead and grab the brick press out of here and place it right here. There we go. And then we are going to get to placing these lights in just a second. We're going to grab these trash cans real quick. Place one here to where it's in the middle. You can walk all the way around this, right in the middle. And then another one right in the middle there. And now with these done, you don't need these other shelves. These are just the extras that I had. I'm going to go ahead and discard them with a discard feature down on the bottom. If you guys didn't know that was there, it's very helpful. And then we're going to go ahead and run through and place these lights. This part is very time consuming, but I believe in you. I'm going to go ahead and get them lined up around these poles like such. These might not be perfectly lined up as I'm trying to not take too much time placing them, but you get the gist. I will most likely run back through here and fix these, make them a little bit more lined up, but we're going to place them just like this. One here to keep this lit, and then we're going to match up with the other side and do this. Place them on these corners, on this corner, on this corner, and then come over here and do the same. Try to line these up a little bit better. It will look a lot better if you do, but I don't want this video to be 45 minutes long, so I am placing them a little bit faster than I would normally place them. Place one about the same height right here. And then the last two right here for the edges of the walls. And then we're going to go around all these poles, and about this height, we're going to go ahead and place for dead center of the pole like this. Okay, I'll adjust that one. It hurt me just a little bit too much. OCD was about to knock me out of my chair. So go ahead and line them around the poles like this. It's a little bit easier to see what you're doing when you're placing these lights if you go ahead and turn the first one that you place on. So now you can line it up just a little bit better because the shadows are a little bit hard to see in, but we work with what we got. So we pretty much have all the lights placed. We have two left. We're going to go ahead and place two lights here to keep it lit up in the front just a little bit more. We love lamps. We really love lamp.
I love lamp. Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Okay, so now that we have everything set up like it is, we are going to go ahead and work on setting up the actual workers. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through step by step exactly what you need to do to get these guys running super efficiently. We're going to go ahead and do the cleaner, as that's the easiest one to assign. So go ahead and pull out your clipboard and manage your cleaner. Click assign trash cans and assign them to this trash can. Assign trash can again. Assign them to this trash can. And then we'll go ahead and do the bed. We'll set it to this bed right here, just because he's the only one of his kind.
What do you mean by that?
Yep. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and move on after the cleaner. We're going to move to the chemist. So click on your first chemist, click assign station, and then run back here. We're going to go ahead and assign him to the first 4 stations here. 1, assign again. 2, assign again. 3, assign again. 4. Okay, now that person is done, we're going to go ahead and go to the next chemist. Click assign station. Go ahead and run back in here. Click on the last station. As you can see, this one says assigned to another person, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the next one. Good. Now assign station again. Click on the next one. Good. Click assign station again. Next one. Assign station again. Next one. And now the last chemist, we are going to assign to the last 2 mixing stations. Go ahead and assign it to this one. Assign station to this one. Perfect. Now that we got them assigned to the chemistry station, or the mixing stations, we are going to go ahead and manage the mixing stations. Go ahead and manage the first one here. Threshold up to 10, destination to the second one. Exit off that, manage, threshold 10, destination, next one. And click escape. Threshold 10, destination, this one. Escape, manage, threshold, destination, this one. And then escape. I'm gonna go ahead and manage it, threshold, destination, but this time the destination is going to be to the brick press. So we're going down the line like this. This is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. It's a 5-step mix. This 5-step mix is going to include chili, energy drink, paracetamol, Addy, and batteries. And this is going to give us anti-gravity, zombifying, athletic, sneaky, thought-provoking, and bright-eyed. So with the anti-gravity and athletic, we're going to be able to run faster, jump higher, and get to these orders a lot quicker, and it'll be more fun. So this is actually going to sell for 123 recommended, only costing you 33 to actually create, which is very nice. That 123 recommended price, we are going to set that and actually list it for 155, and it will still sell really well. Okay, so now that we did that and explained that, I'm going to go ahead and manage these next mixing stations the exact same way, in the same order. Threshold 10, destination the next one, and so on. Threshold 10, destination this one, escape, manage, threshold, destination this one, escape, manage, threshold, destination this one, escape, manage, threshold, destination, the brick press, the exact same way. Perfect. Okay, now the chemist and the cleaner are done. We're going to go ahead and set up our botanist. So go ahead and manage a botanist and select pots and drying racks. And we're going to go in here and do this. I'm going to go to the side over here. Doesn't really matter what side you start on, but I'm going to go ahead and hold shift and click on all of these pots over here. And then I'm going to click enter. Now he's set to all of these pots. Go ahead and click supplies and set it to the safe. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and set up the next botanist. Manage botanist, pots and drying racks. Come in here, hold shift and click on all the other pots. And then click enter. Perfect. And then we're going to click supplies, set it to the safe or the large shelf, whatever you got here. And then you're all good there. Now pull out your clipboard again, and we're going to go ahead and, you don't have to hold shift, we're just going to go ahead and click on every single pot in the building. Click on all these pots. And then we're going to manage 16 pots. We're going to set it to seed, and we're actually going to be using Granddaddy Purple this time to make this mix give us the powers or effects that we want, and it's going to sell pretty good. So Granddaddy Purple, now all those are set to that, and then we are going to escape. Don't do the destination just yet. Go ahead and swap off your clipboard or go back, and then go ahead and click on 8 of these pots. Manage. We're going to do destination, and we're going to set it to the first mixing station on one of these sides. Go ahead and set it to this. Swap off, swap back. Go ahead and click on the next 8 pots. Now we're going to click manage 8 pots, destination, and set it to the next first mixer. So this is the first mixer on this one, and this is the first mixer on this one in sections. So we are going to set up our handlers now, and we're going to click this roots button here. We're going to click add new, click from, and we are going to set it from our first shelf. This is going to be the shelf holding our first ingredient. This will be the one holding the second. This will be the one holding the third, and this will be the one holding the fourth, and this will be the 5th ingredient shelf here. This one is kind of a placeholder to look good, but you could put whatever you want in there just for shits and gigs. So go ahead and click on the first shelf in the line, and then that's set to that, and then click 2. We're going to set that to the first mixing station. Click add new again, click from, do the same shelf again as we have 2 first steps. This is a 5 mix going 2 times to make this a faster process. So click shelf, click the next first mixing station, and then we're going to click add new again from the second ingredient shelf to the second mixing stations. So do it 2 times and set it to the second mixing station on both sides. Click add new again, and I am going to go from the third ingredient shelf. This is what I've classified as my third ingredient shelf, but that's up to you. Third ingredient shelf to the third mixer. Now his is all done. Can't actually assign anything else to him. Go ahead and go out here to your next handler, manage, click the add new on roots, click from, and then go to this shelf again because we need one more. So click from and then click 2. Set it to the next mixing station over here. Click add new. Now we are into our 4th ingredient. So click this 4th shelf, carry it to the 4th mixer on this side, add new from 4th shelf to the 4th mixing station on this side, add new from the 5th ingredient shelf to the 5th mixer on either side, add new from 5th ingredient shelf to 5th mixer on this side. Now all of these mixing stations are set up with their ingredient shelves. We still have 2 handlers left. What we are going to do with these is manage the next handler on the roots tab again. Click add new from. We're going to go from our first shelf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 ingredients, and this will be for our soil and whatnot. So first ingredient shelf to our first ingredient shelf, add new from second ingredient shelf to our second ingredient shelf over here, add new from third ingredient shelf to third ingredient shelf over here, add new from 4th ingredient shelf to 4th ingredient shelf, add new from last 5th ingredient shelf to our last 5th ingredient shelf over here. Perfect. That's all good. And now that we are setting the soil and whatnot and the last shelf over there, we're going to manage our handler here and put from on roots again. We're going to do this soil and seed shelf that we have here. Click 2, set it to one of these safes. I'm going to set it to this one. Click add new from soil and seed shelf to the other safe. Done. So this is all good for now. We will come back to this, but we're going to assign stations here on the person that doesn't have very many tasks and assign them to the brick press. That's all good. Now we're going to go ahead and manage this brick press, set the destination to this finished product brick shelf back here. And with this setup pretty much being done, all we need to do is fill up these shelves. I am going to go ahead and do that. And now that we have all the ingredients together, this is what your setup should be looking like if you want this exact mix to be able to do the things that we are going to do with this. Being able to jump higher, run faster, get to dealers quicker, get to deals in general quicker. But yes, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be chili first, Red Bull.
Actually, Nubioo, you can tell that this actually says Red Balls and not Red Bull. I don't even know how you can call yourself a tutorial YouTuber.
Or energy drink second, paracetamol third, Addy fourth, battery fifth. And then this shelf will be your seeds and soil. That's exactly how you want to set this up. So first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And that should be good. Now, I want to go ahead and say this because I get a lot of comments about this. Whenever you do this mix for the first time, each mix, you're going to have to open up the mixing station after the first mix, name it. Second mixing station, when it gets done, mix, name it. This one gets done, mixed, name it, and go ahead and name it for every step. After you get done naming it the first time, you won't have to worry about it again. But you have to make sure you do that. You might think your stuff is bugged out. It's not. Just make sure you name the product The workers don't know what to name it. They aren't that big brain. So thank you guys so much for watching. This build is going to get you so much money. So much money. But thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate all you guys have done for me recently. But real quick, I want to go ahead and say 94% of you guys are not even subscribed. If you guys could go ahead and show some love, make sure you like the video, go ahead and hit the sub button, make sure you click on the links in the description, everything. Go that one step further. I really do notice it and I appreciate it a lot. But thank you guys so much for watching. All you gotta do to get this going, set up the beds, pay the workers, and you're good. I'm sure you know how to do that. I believe in you. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nubioo. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.